What's good, YouTube? It's RPU here, and I'm back again with another video. And guys, Gary Gensler wants all of the SFIN. Jay Clayton is loading up his bags with Songbird. Jamie Dimon can't wait to splash around in these XFi liquidity pools. What am I trying to say? I'm saying that big banks and financial institutions are coming to FLR Finance. And they're coming with billions and trillions of dollars through Fireblocks. And that's what we're going to talk about in this video today. Follow FLR Finance on Twitter at FLR Finance, building a multi-chain DeFi economy from the creators of FLRScan and DeFi oracles. FLR Finance has over 106,000 followers on Twitter. Follow Flintstone on Twitter at Yabadavadona. He is the administrator of FLR Finance. Flintstone has over 1,700 followers on Twitter. Follow Bannock on Twitter at 0xBannock. He is the CEO of FLR Finance. Full stack developer, designer, and at the end of the day, a human. Bannock has over 400 followers on Twitter. Follow Fireblocks on Twitter at FireblocksHQ, an all-in-one platform for building your digital asset business, powering 1,200 plus financial institutions and securing over $215 billion in digital assets per month. It's crazy. Fireblocks has over 16,000 followers on Twitter. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter at RPUReloaded so you can get my latest updates and retweets of things that I think are interesting in the crypto space. FLR Finance says, we're pleased to announce the integration of Fireblocks into our ecosystem. The first use case will enable institutional grade custody to FLR wrap. More info to come. $XFi, $Songbird. Let's go! Guys, this is big because we already knew that financial institutions were coming to the Songbird network via Fireblocks. But now we know that they are specifically integrating with FLR Finance. Why do you think that is? Do you think that these big banks are going to sit idly by and let you accumulate all the SFIN? There's only 11,000 of them. And the all-time high is $1.2 million on the DEX. That is $13.2 billion up for grabs. Up for grabs. You think these big banks and financial institutions and hedge funds don't want a piece of that? Think about it. You think that these big banks haven't been doing their own research and they know about all the utility that XFi has to offer in its very small token supply of only 110 million tokens? You think that they don't know about that? You think that these big banks don't want to participate in a DFLR airdrop so they can go multi-chain with FLR Finance? If you think that an all-time high of $13 for XFi was something crazy, you ain't seen nothing yet. Because now, over 1,200 plus financial institutions now have access to the Songbird network and FLR Finance. So let's talk about Songbird and Fireblocks. This came out December 30th, 2021. It says, today, we're thrilled to be launching support for Songbird. Fireblocks users can now store and transfer the native token SGB on this network. Songbird is an exciting new canary network, namely a blockchain with a scarce token supply built to test features on a related mainnet for the Layer 1 protocol, FLR. Together, FLR and Songbird aim to unlock the ability to use smart contracts with popular and highly secure blockchains like XRP, Dogecoin, and Bitcoin. Fireblocks currently supports more than 900 tokens and 28 protocols, and we're continuously adding new integrations. Check the full list of tokens available on the Fireblocks platform here. Institutional Songbird access is now available with Fireblocks. Institutional Songbird access. Big banks, hedge funds, over 1,200 plus financial institutions now have access to Songbird and FLR Finance. Let's go. Effective immediately, Fireblocks users can now do the following. 1. Store Songbird in their Fireblocks vault, and most likely all of their Songbird related assets like XFi and SFIN. 2. Transfer Songbird on the Fireblocks network. And 3. Launch Songbird token support for retail customers and users with Fireblocks' REST API. A little bit about Songbird. FLR is a new Layer 1 protocol built to bring smart contracts to the 65% of blockchains that don't have them out of the box. By unlocking smart contracts for blockchains like Bitcoin, FLR aims to expand DeFi to a much wider community of crypto users, helping to grow adoption and liquidity. We're going to see a massive wave of liquidity come to the Songbird network and FLR Finance. Songbird is the new canary network for FLR, with a limited token supply airdropped to eligible holders of Ripple's XRP in July. FLR sees Songbird as having two distinct phases. First, prior to the official launch of FLR, Songbird will be instrumental in the continued testing of the FLR Time Series Oracle, the State Connector, and F-Asset systems and the network architecture. The FTSO and F-Asset protocols will be live on Songbird with F-Assets generated from the underlying tokens. This will improve security, stability, and credibility for the ultimate launch of FLR. See that? Everything that we've been doing this entire time has been in preparation for the ultimate launch of FLR. Let's go. Next, once FLR is launched, Songbird is intended to serve as a long-term network for testing governance-led changes to FLR, such as the incorporation of new F-assets like Elysian and Athena, let's go, changes to the FTSO, F-asset systems, or any other network change. Interested in keeping up to date with the latest protocol launches, new features, and industry news here at Fireblocks? Subscribe here to our newsletter. Guys, it sounds to me like these financial institutions are just as excited for Songbird and FLR as we are. Just a quick side note, did you know that Fireblocks became the first crypto tech firm to achieve all 3 ISO certifications? Fireblocks is regulatory compliant. They're ready to go. Crypto Insight UK says, no fucking way. Isn't this where Jay Clayton works? The show goes on. That's right, man. The rabbit hole goes deep. From Fireblocks. Former U.S. SEC chairman brings high-level market and regulatory expertise to Fireblocks' advisory board. This came out August 19th, 2021. Today, we're excited to announce the appointment of Jay Clayton, former chairman of the Security and Exchange Commission, to the Fireblocks Advisory Board. Clayton brings unparalleled capital markets and regulatory expertise to Fireblocks as a member of the company's advisory board, and will help Fireblocks and its customers navigate the evolving market and regulatory dynamics affecting the development and deployment of solutions for the emerging digital asset infrastructure. Clayton joins Fireblocks' cryptography advisor Rand Canetti, along with Cyberstart's founder Gilly Raynan, Tenea Capital's Tom Banahan, Capitalist's Gil Mendelzes, Paradigm's Fred Ursams, and Stripes' Ken Fox on the 7-member board. So we got some heavy hitters working at Fireblocks. Fireblocks has emerged as a leader in the evolving digital assets space. The scope of the company's vision to improve digital asset infrastructure and security is impressive. I share Fireblocks' view that digital asset custody requires the same level of service as traditional custody, while also striving for better regulatory outcomes in security, certainty, and resiliency. I appreciate the company's commitment to improving all aspects of the custody and transfer ecosystem, and the team's level of engagement with industry incumbents who have robust legal and compliance infrastructure, as well as assisting new entrants in the space. These are the words of Jay Clayton, former SEC chairman and Fireblocks' newest advisory board member. Guys, Jay Clayton is becoming a key figure within Fireblocks and the crypto space. And if he is hovering around Songbird and FLR Finance, that is your signal to load up your bags. Fireblocks is proud to receive Best Security Solution and Best Custodian Innovation at HedgeWeek EU Digital Asset Awards. We continue to invest in features that lower counterparty risk, boost capital efficiency, and give customers control of their crypto. Guys, Fireblocks is legit. Thanks to them, over 1,200 plus financial institutions now have access to the Songbird network and FLR Finance. You just don't know how lucky we are. You just don't know how early we are. Big banks and financial institutions are on the sidelines waiting to jump into FLR Finance. Jay Clayton works at Fireblocks. You think he's really not going to be using the Songbird Stake Connector? You think that he's not going to go multi-chain with FLR Finance and Layer Cake? You better think again. Because once these regulations kick in, the window of opportunity is going to close real fast. So continue to accumulate that SFIN, stack some XFi, and get your Songbird up. We may have first movers advantage right now, but soon
we will be all at a level playing field. Because that's the only way it's fair. That's the only way that you can fairly compete in trade and other things.
This is RPU, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.